Hey guys, welcome to Grains and Glass. This is our new series we've been talking about. We're going to take you from the creation of a recipe all the way through fermentation. I hope you enjoy. In this episode, we are going to be looking at how to use BeerSmith. I know a lot of you guys know how to use it, but we're going to start from the beginning. Here we go. So, how to use BeerSmith and how to build a recipe. Now, a lot of you guys use it. I already said it, not a big deal, but I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do, like how to add some ingredients that you might want to catch on to. We are going to build the IPA that we're going to be brewing for this whole series of Grain to Glass. This is the Hazy IPA that I've been talking about with the Granny Smith apples in it. It's a really good, really good recipe. I've done it a couple times. You're more than welcome to steal it. I'm going to have it on the BeerSmith cloud server. And I'm also going to have it on I'll have a link to our webpage that will have it also. So that's where we're going. So we're going to add a recipe. That's the first thing we're going to do. And when we add this recipe, we're going to name it. And I'm just going to call it Grains to Haze. Actually, I'm going to call it IPA. Brewer, Thomas Monty. The equipment I'm going to use the Grainfather on this since I'm just going to do a 5-gallon batch. There's one guy who really likes that because he keeps on getting beer because I don't usually finish it up all the way. And he takes it home and enjoys it, which is awesome. At least one of us is getting to enjoy it, so I'm going to change that. A lot of you guys use like just a pot and cooler down here. That's easy enough to do. And you can also add your own equipment. I wouldn't get into that right off the bat, but there we go. So the next one we're going to do is we're going to go IPA. IPA, we're going to do an American IPA. This is BJCP format, so Beer Judging Certification Program. And what that does is set the parameters down here, as you can see. For what that would be. We're going to be outside of those parameters for a number of reasons. One thing, there is no such thing as a hazy IPA in BeerSmith or in BJCP, and I really don't care. I'm going to go for probably about a 7%, 7 to 8% IPA. Nothing's going to be in the boil. It's going to be whirlpool. It's going to be dry hop, and it's all going to be first wort. The grain bill is going to be a little bit different. So what I'm going to start off with is some Maris Otter. Yes, I'm starting off with Maris Otter because it is a great grain. It also is a 3 to 4 SRM on it, which is really nice. That SRM will increase the color and also give it some, the SRM doesn't, but Maris Otter has a great mouthfeel. So I'm going to add without closing. It's one of the buttons I suggest everybody use is add without closing. We're going to go to wheat. I'm going to use some white wheat in here. I'm going to use 6 pounds of it also. As you can see down here, our specific gravity is already increasing. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some flaked barley. It's got a little higher SRM on it, and I'm only going to use 2 pounds of that. I'm also going to add some carapils. I'm going to add 1 pound of that. And that's all the grains we're going to use. As you can see, let me delete that one. As you can see, 80% basically of that grain bill is what would be considered base malts. I am going to be doing a blog on different kinds of malts. You guys asked for that just recently, so I'm going to do that. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the bottom in the comments. Please share this video out. We always enjoy that. Then we're going to add miscellaneous. I've already done this, but these are not in here. Granny Smith apples. We're going to use 2 pounds of them. Now, to add or insert an ingredient, we can insert any one of these. If you have a grain or a hop, the one that I would probably think most people are going to be doing is adding your adjunct. So if we put in here, we could do pears. That's other because it's not a flavor. It's not anything like that. We can use it for, I'm going to put haze in here also. The amount, basically, we're going to do poundages, do 1 pound. We're going to add it during the mash and then press OK. And that's in, now it's in my catalog where all my ingredients are. Really easy to do. This is also where you do your water treatment. I'm going to do a whole video on water treatment and how to add that in real soon too. But let's get back to our recipe here. Now our hops. It's going to be a pretty big hop build. I'm going to start out with some Galaxy, and we're going to have that at first wort, not steep, first wort. We're going to have 1 ounce of it. Press add. Now I'm going to add Galaxy at steep and whirlpool for 1 ounce steep and whirlpool for about 20 minutes. Actually, let's call it 25 minutes. I'm going to add some Citra, 25 minutes, whirlpool. I'm going to add some Mosaic at 25 minutes in whirlpool. And then I'm going to add hops. I'm going to dry hop some. I'm going to add Galaxy at dry hop. We're going to dry hop this for 18 days or at high Croissant, okay? We're going to add some Citra. Dry hop at high Croissant. High Croissant is when the highest activity of fermentation that you're having. So when you see it all the way to the top, pour it in. It's usually 2 to 3 days in. I'm going to add some Mosaic at 5 days. Then I'm going to add that Citra at 5 days also of dry hop. Press OK. Make sure nothing got crazy here. Yes, that is a very large grain hop bill, but it is going to be good. And the yeast that we're going to use is the Tropical IPA from Omega. I'm really digging this one. It is going to flocculate some of that haze out that I've put in there intentionally, but I think that it's going to be amazing. I'm also going to do a video on how to do a yeast starter this week so that you can know how to do that. So there we go. Did my yeast get in there? Yeah, it did. So now all I do is press save as, grains to glass, IPA, and press OK. And there it is. This is a pretty simple recipe. It's a lot of fun. We will be brewing that this week. Hopefully, I'll be starting it on Tuesday. I'll have some time on Tuesday to knock it out. If you want to stop by Tuesday or Wednesday, I will be putting a post out on our Facebook, our Twitter, or Instagram down below. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever you want to follow us on. We do a lot of Facebook Lives and all that. So if you got any questions about what I did in this recipe or why I did it, our next step is going to be doing the yeast starter, which I will be doing a video about that. And then we'll brew it all the way through, and then we'll have some guys taste it. If you want to be part of that tasting, let me know, because we are going to be doing that also. So, with that said, I think we are done. Like I always say, shop local, trust us, we'll be there. Cheers.